Good evening, folks. It's your bro, Rich here. Today's video is now part 5. So part 5 on the Dodge Viper. Today's video, I'm now doing the next part, which is now the concept cars. So before I start, make sure you all like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think. Hit the notification bell and hit all so you'll know when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so now for ado, let's begin. So the concept cars. Starting off with the first one is the Viper GTS is the Viper GTSR concept. So Viper GTSR concept. Here we go. So I'm just gonna whisper. So 10 years. 10 years. A decade after the first Viper concept. Viper concept was revealed. The 2000 GTSR concept was shown. Osamu Chicago. So Osamu Chicago. Osamu Chicago was responsible for the car's exterior, which is both 3 inches lower, and 2 inches wider than the production. Wider than the production Viper. So wider than the production Viper at the time. Chicago used race inspired lines with an aggressive stance. So an aggressive stance. Most of these design cues were adapted to the 2003 CP1 Gen Viper along with the interior. These include a higher beltline, side kill, bump up rear fender shape, and a more defined side crease viewed from above the front to rear. So the front to rear stripe now. So the front to rear stripe is now tapered. So the front to rear stripe is now tapered, or tapered, whatever you want to call it. Don't even know how you pronounce that, but it's spelled T-A-P-E-R. So T-A-P-E-R. It's T-A-P-E-R-E-D. Unlike most concepts, the 2000 Viper concept. So viewed from above. So viewed from above, the front to rear. So the front to rear stripes now tapered, or tapered. I still can't pronounce it. So viewed from above, the front to rear stripes now tapered. Unlike most concepts, the 2000 Viper concept was made as a complete car. It features a complete functional interior with air conditioning, adjustable pedals, and a premium sound. So air conditioning, adjustable pedals, and a premium sound system. It's pretty handy. So air conditioning, adjustable seat. Air conditioning, adjustable pedals, and a premium sound system. Only one was ever made some subtle changes compared to the then outgoing model. An inch and a half, so about 1.5 inches has been taken out between. So an inch and a half, so 1.5 inch has been taken out between both the sill and the roof, with together, so which together with which together with a chassis sitting 2 inches lower uh, gives the car a lower profile, so low profile. 3 inches have been 3 inches have been added. So both 3 inches, both 3 inches have been added to the wheelbase, and 2 inches, and 2 inches to the track. The doors have also been lengthened, which combined with a longer wheelbase. So which combined with a longer wheelbase makes so which combined with a longer wheelbase makes so which combined with a longer wheelbase makes both entry and exit from the car easier. Brakes are 14 so brakes are 14-inch ventilated rotors. So brakes are 14-inch ventilated rotors with four piston calipers. The front has 19-inch wheels. So the front has 19-inch wheels. Up front. So the front has 19-inch wheels up front. So the front has 19-inch wheels up front and 20-inch wheel. So and 20-inch wheels at the rear. Combined with Goodyear 30ZR tires, P285 front, P285 front, P285 front, P335 rear. So there are all four tires were 30ZR Goodyear tires. So the front has 19-inch wheels with P285 30 ZR Goodyear tires. Almost like Goodrich. I said BF Goodrich tires, but no. Say ZR Goodrich. So ZR Goodyear tires. There we go. Up front and 20-inch rear wheels with P335 30 ZR tires at the rear. ZR tires at the rear. Next is the Mopar Concept Coupe, a prototype 2008. Same. A prototype 2008 Mopar Viper Coupe with 675 horsepower. That's more than an SV Murcielago. More than a 599 GTO as well. Pretty good. Here's a prototype 2008 or 08 Mopar Viper Coupe with 675 horsepower. Says 675 horsepower appeared at the 2007 North American International Auto Show. North American International Auto Show. Both not planned, but unfortunately wasn't planned for production. The concept appeared to have been a sneak peek at the then upcoming ZB2 Viper AC. So at the then upcoming ZB2 Viper ACR. Performance parts for this car are sold by Mopar. Performance parts for this car are sold by Mopar. Okay, next up is the SR10 Carbon. The SRT10 Carbon. Sounds pretty cool. Let's do it. So for the 2003 SEMA show, Chrysler, unbelievable, Chrysler displayed, every time I say Chrysler, just nod off, like, honestly, like, I just hate Chrysler, they're crap, honestly, just a bunch of crap, honestly. Just oh God. No, not again. I am just tired right now. So I briefly apologize if I keep yawning and like just rolling my eyes always, just because I'm so tired. I had a long day today working, but I briefly apologize in advance if I'm yawning too much. I know, a bit boring, I understand, but I gotta get this as much as I can. Alright, next up is the SRT10 Carbon. Say SRT10 Carbon. 2003 SEMA show, Chrysler displayed let's just personalize easier. Chrysler displayed a highly tuned Viper SRT10 in a coupe body. So the car's name came from carbon fiber. So it came from carbon fiber. So it came from carbon fiber used to reduce the weight by 150 pounds, bringing the to reduce the weight by 150 pounds, bringing the total to approximately 3,200 pounds. Not too bad. However, even more significant were the motor mods, so the engine modifications, or engine mods, whatever you want to call it, which increased power to 625 horsepower. That's 25 horsepower more than the standard ACR, that's 25 more than the ACR, of which is based on 25 extra horsepower. Really does make a difference. It makes the same power as a modern day 2017, 2018, I think, BMW M8 competition, and that only has an S63, S65 or something, 4.4 liter twin turbo V8 wasn't even around until 15 or so years later after the 2003 SEMA show. Anyways, so back to the SRT-10, the Carbon 2003 SEMA show. Chrysler displayed a highly tuned SRT, so a highly tuned Viper, a highly tuned Viper, a highly tuned Viper SRT-10 in a coupe body style. The car's name came from carbon fiber used to reduce the weight of the car. So to reduce the weight by 150 pounds, bringing the total from 3,350. So bringing the total to approximately dead on at 3,200 pounds. Say 3,200 pounds. Say 3,200 pounds. Say 3,200 pounds. However, even more significant were the engine modifications, so the motor mods, which increased power to 625 horsepower. So 625 horsepower. No torque or RPM figures were given, along with the carbon fiber hardtop, both a front splitter and rear wing were added. Say both a front splitter and rear wing were added. However, those parts were not nearly as they weren't nearly as significant as those. So they weren't. So however those parts weren't. So however those parts weren't nearly as significant as those on the later SRT-10 ACR, and no downforce drag info was provided to show that there. So and no downforce drag info was provided to show that they were even functional. The car was only a concept. So the car was only a concept. This car was used as a test mule for the Gen 5 SRT Viper. The car is no longer a show car, and most of its specialty parts were taken off during development, and most of its specialty parts were taken off during development for the new Gen 5 SRT Viper. Next up is firepower. So the Chrysler Firepower was a Grand Touring concept based on the Viper chassis that would have been equipped with the Hemi V8's 6.1 liter 392 motor, coupled with an automatic
No, 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 no. Okay. Oh, God, no, please. Oh, thank God. My lord, oh God, how awful that car looks. Honestly, if you search up, Lily, if you search up Chrysler Firepower, seriously, search up Chrysler Firepower. Trust me. No, like that, literally, that, like, you see how awful that car looks. Honestly, just, oh my God. No, 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 no. No wonder Chrysler were just so bad at making their cars. Honestly, like, even though they were owned by Mercedes-Benz at that time, Mercedes makes better cars than Chrysler anyways. Oh my God, no. Freaking believable. The firepower. The Chrysler Firepower was a Grand Touring concept based on a Viper chassis. That would have been equipped with a Hemi V8, 6.1 liter, 392 motor coupled with an automatic. Price would have been slightly cheaper than other models. Hell no. Next up we got is the Copperhead, the Dodge Copperhead. The Dodge Copperhead was a concept car based on the Viper platform. Said the Dodge Copperhead was a concept car, based on the Viper platform. That was intended as a cheaper, more agile car. It was powered by Chrysler's 2.7 liter. So it was powered. It was powered. It was powered by Chrysler's 2.7 liter naturally aspirated LH V6 motor instead of the usual Viper's V10 motor. So instead of the usual Viper's Chrysler V10 motor, which produced 220 horsepower. I mean, for a V6 means it's not bad, but still, it doesn't even have not even close to half of the power of the Viper. So it was powered by a naturally aspirated Chrysler's 2.7 liter 8. So it was powered by Chrysler's naturally aspirated 2.7 liter LH V6. So 2.7 liter LH V6 motor instead of the Viper's naturally aspirated. So instead of the Viper's naturally aspirated Chrysler derived 8.3 or 8.4 liter. So naturally aspirated Chrysler derived V10 motor, which produced 220 horsepower. It never reached production. Dodge produced a limited production. Copperheaded it. So Dodge produced a limited production Copperhead edition Viper. So Copperhead edition Viper with both copper colored paint scheme to the concept car and other changes. Lately, the Viper V10 is just much better than the naturally aspirated 2.7 liter LH V6. I mean, who would want to go with that if they could just go with a naturally aspirated Chrysler derived 8.3, 8.4 liter V10 motor? Literally. Said Dodge produced a limited production Copperhead edition Viper with copper colored paint scheme. So copper colored paint, similar to the concept car. So with copper colored paint, similar to the concept car and other changes. Next up we got is the SEMA Concept. The SEMA Concept car is a version of the 2013 My Dream Viper. So 2013 SRT Viper Coupe, demonstrating Mopar products. So demonstrating Mopar products. So demonstrating Mopar
SRC fiber, for the SRC fiber, changes include yellow, yellow body color. So yellow body color, carbon fiber parts at the underhood, exposed carbon fiber performance. So exposed carbon fiber performance cross. So exposed carbon fiber performance cross X-brace, trimmed in a satin finish. So trimmed in a satin finish. Decal cuts fiber striker logo in the center of the X-brace or cross brace, whatever the heck you want to call it. Engine cover in carbon fiber. So engine cover in both carbon fiber. It's like carbon fiber and aluminum with the SRC logo. Prototype aluminum oil filler cap with the SRC logo. Carbon fiber aero pack. Mobar coil springs. Full black interior with yellow accents. Subbelts, hard shell seats with a 6-point safety harness. Seats edging in black. So seats edging in black. Whoa. Seat edging in black. Seat edging in black. Cat skin. It's spelled. I can't really pronounce it, but it's spelled K-A-T-Z or Z. K-I-N. Leather with yellow accents in the perforations. Mobar billet aluminum shift knob. So Mobar billet aluminum shift knob. Billet aluminum HVAC bezels and controls. Carbon fiber bulkhead. Carbon fiber bulkhead chassis. I can't talk right now. Oh, can't even talk now. Oh, sorry. Carbon fiber bulkhead satchel with a universal integrated quick release camera mount, polished chrome door sill guards with the Viper logo, race inspired sandblasted aluminum Mobar bright pedal kit with the Viper logo etched in the pedals. So in the pedals, footrest pedal with striker logo. So striker logo. Striker logo. Optional track pack wheels, finished in hyper black front tow hook and an LED fog light kit. Jeez, how many parts are there total? I gotta edit all this episode. So there's one. This will take a while. So 1, 2. next part? So what's the next part? The Mobar performance parts. So performance parts. So performance parts. So performance parts found in the SEMA concept car. This water were sold as 2013 SRT Viper components. Set components. Okay, so next, so last part, and I'll end it for tonight, is the media. So I got three. So starting off, so first one we'll do is the Viper TV series from 1994. So Viper TV series from 1994 to 1998. So for 4 years, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Anyways, let's do this. So Chrysler launched. So Chrysler launched. So Chrysler launched a TV. Chrysler launched a TV series. Chrysler launched a TV series called. So Chrysler launched a TV series called Viper. So Chrysler launched a TV series called Viper. So Viper in 1994 to serve as a promotional tool for the Viper. The show ran until 1998 with one NBC season. So with both one NBC season. So with one NBC season and three syndicated follow-up seasons. So follow-up seasons. Excuse me. Viper is a TV series. So Viper is a TV series. So it's a TV series about a special task force. So it's about a special task force set up by the federal government to fight crime in the fictional city of Metro City. So in the fictional city of Metro City, California, that's perpetually under siege from one crime wave to another. So one crime wave after another. The weapon used by this task force is a gray assault vehicle known as the Defender. I was in the Land Rover, but give it everyone. I don't know. That masquerades as a Viper RZ10. So that masquerades as a Viper RZ10 Roadster, and later the Viper GTS. So and later the Viper GTS Coupe. The series takes place in the near future. So the near future, the primary brand of cars driven in the show were either Chrysler or subsidiary companies. The series ran on NBC. NBC for one season in 1994, before being reviewed 2 years later for 3 more seasons of first run. Before being reviewed 2 years later for 3 more seasons of first run syndication. Reruns of the series have adapted on both Sci-Fi Channel and USA. So both Sci-Fi Channel and USA. So Sci-Fi Channel and USA Network. The Viper Defender star cars, like the movie car, was designed by Chrysler Corporation engineers. So Chrysler Corporation engineers. Unlike most Hollywood film TV cars that are usually customized was built on a heavily modified RT10. So heavily modified RT10 chassis. RT10 chassis, and it's a completely functional prototype. Only 14 Defenders are made. The exterior design of the car was produced by Chrysler. Was produced by Chrysler stylist. Was 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 produced by Chrysler stylist Steve Ferrerio. So Steve Ferrerio. So his last name is spelled Ferrerio. So Steve Ferrerio. I can't pronounce that correctly. I think it's Italian. I suppose it's Italian, yeah. The Defender is a fictional assault vehicle that's said to be a highly sophisticated vehicle. Contrary. So that's said to be a highly sophisticated vehicle. Contrary to the standard Vipers. So contrary to the standard Vipers. To the standard Vipers, Spartan nature that can, at a flick of a switch, transform from a red RT10 later a blue. So from a red RT10 later a blue GTS into a gray silver armored car. So into a gray silver weaponized armored coupe. Next up we got is the Viper themed video games. The Viper SR2 is featured exclusively in the 3D game Viper Racing. Produced in 1998 by MGI. So both MGI Monster Games Incorporated and Sierra on the line. In 1998, Sega Pinball. Excuse me. In 1998, Sega Pinball. So in 1998, Sega Pinball released Viper Night Driven. Next up we got is video game cover art. So the SRT Viper GTS. This is my favorite part. Was featured on the cover art for Forza Horizon 2012 for the Xbox 360. Love that. If there's any Horizon game I pick, number 1 2012 will be the perfect one, because that's when it all started for this Horizon franchise in the first place. Without the first one, Horizon wouldn't have even existed. We'd all be stuck driving around the boring racetracks instead of the open roads, highways, small towns, all that kind of stuff, big cities, blah blah blah, whatever. Anyways, the SRC Viper GTS was featured. Alright, so on video game cover art, the SRC Viper, so last part, and I'll end it every night. So the SRC Viper GTS, so the SRC Viper GTS, was featured. So the SRC Viper GTS was featured on the cover art for Forza Horizon 2012 for the Xbox 360. the same car is also the first car. So the first car the player drives in that game, the SRT-10, was featured on the cover arts for Race Driver Grid 2000. So Race Driver Grid 2008. 4 years before Horizon was being released, albeit with a body kit that was based on the Viper Venom 1000 conversion by Hennessy. Last part, and I'll end it for tonight. So the Viper was also featured. The Viper was also featured on both Test Drive 5, NTSC version, and Test Drive 6's cover art. Which number 5 was released in 1998 for both. So for both the PlayStation and Windows in 1998. So it's developed by Pitbull Syndicate and published by A.K.A. for PlayStation and Windows in 1998, and by Capcom in Japan in 1999. So featured on Test Drive 5, both Test Drive 5, NTSC version, and Test Drive 6's cover art, which number 6 was released in 1999 to 2000. So the Viper was also featured on Test Drive 5, NTSC version, and Test Drive 6's cover art. Okay, so that'll be it for tonight. So for my next and final Viper video will be about the Motorsport. Starting off with the first one is Phase SR1. Along with that will be official lap records, and then I'll officially end it there for the Viper. Okay, so that'll be it for tonight. So if you guys like this video, like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys think. Hit the notification bell and hit all. So you're alerted of when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so that'll be it for tonight. I gotta go. I gotta turn off to sleep. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. But until then, stay safe, have a great evening, and have a great evening, and have a great day tomorrow morning. And I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So, take care, folks. Stay safe out there. I'll see you guys soon. Good night.